Welcome to new viewers, welcome to our channel. If you're new here, please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to watch the full video, as it gets even more interesting towards the end. The main points are revealed in the final part, so stay tuned until the very end. 1. Recognize what you can control. Part of being a Stoic is realizing that power is dual. Epictetus is the alleged ancestor of this school of thought, which maintains that while we are helpless against external factors and the actions of other humans, we are masters of our own thoughts. When you really absorb this idea, the focus shifts from external outcomes to inside emotions. This change will alleviate your anxiety and irritation since you are no longer using effort trying to change situations that are out of your hands. To refocus your efforts, you think about what you can change, your attitude, the decisions you make, and the actions you do. This realization fosters a sense of inner serenity and strength by making you less susceptible to external influences and more grounded in your own abilities. 2. Give up on outcomes. Stoicism stresses that one should not let the caliber of one's job to define them, even if it is essential to give one's best in one's work. Following this principle, one should focus on the process rather than the end result. That way, we'll be able to maintain our composure under pressure. To be emotionally detached from the consequences is to realize that while we can influence some of the elements that contribute to them, we cannot influence all of them. Reducing the influence of outcome-based emotions like excitement, annoyance, or disappointment may be possible with this in mind. A sense of inner stability and contentment is fostered since your emotional well-being is now determined by the caliber and direction of your endeavors, rather than by the fluctuations of external factors. 3. Practice negative visualization. Negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, refers to the mental process of anticipating future problems by seeing adverse results. This Stoic practice is a great way to get yourself psychologically ready to accept and push through tough times. If you want to conquer your anxieties and hurdles, it may assist to think about the worst-case scenario every day, rather than being an indication of depression. This is a mental workout to strengthen one's mental resilience. If you can see yourself failing, losing, or going through pain, it will feel less real. That way, when the big moments occur, you'll be better equipped to handle them calmly and effectively. An additional benefit of negative imagery is that it may educate you to be thankful for what you have rather than what you're about to lose. This can improve your mood and overall well-being. 4. Embrace discomfort. Voluntary suffering, says Stoicism, is a great method to strengthen one's determination and fortitude. Embracing discomfort may take many forms, such as physically challenging oneself, going on a fast, or forcing oneself into challenging situations. By consciously accepting discomfort, you have the potential to grow both your comfort zone and resilience. Learning to push through discomfort can make you more resilient to the inevitable setbacks that life inevitably brings. In addition, it helps to develop a greater appreciation for comfort and pleasure by seeing them as fleeting experiences rather than entitlements. Being able to control one's emotions when faced with life's uncertainties is an attitude that may be cultivated by accepting discomfort. 5. Reflect daily. Constant introspection was central to the lives of the Stoics, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. As part of this self-reflective practice, you should go back on your day and evaluate your actions, reaction, and thoughts. Daily reflection may teach you a lot about your actions, areas for improvement, and the things that work and the things that don't. This continual practice of introspection promotes personal development and moral maturation. It also helps you live an authentic life by ensuring that your actions are in line with your principles and beliefs. Thinking critically on the things you do on a daily basis might help you become more self-aware and emotionally intelligent. This practice establishes a foundation for emotional resilience and control by helping you focus on your inner world and react more intentionally to external stimuli. 6. Maintain a journal. Maintaining a journal is an efficient means of living a Stoic existence. You have the ability to create a tangible record of your inner life by putting your thoughts, emotions, and experiences on paper. This activity may help you think more clearly, deal with your emotions, and track your progress. Keep a notepad if you want to see your achievements, failures, and development mirrored back to you. Doing so will allow you to articulate your values, goals, and principles in a manner that is in line with Stoic thought. Another benefit of keeping a journal is the opportunity it provides for introspection, which may help you identify your strengths, areas for improvement, and patterns or flaws. In your journey toward emotional control and self-discipline, keeping a journal may serve as a helpful anchor, a window into your journey, and an opportunity to reflect on and celebrate your victories. 7. Seek wisdom. A lifelong pursuit of wisdom is advocated by Stoicism, who acknowledge that real knowledge is both academic and practical. As part of this process, you will study and analyze classicist works such as those of Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, as well as contemporary interpretations of Stoic philosophy. Wisdom is gained by incessant study, critical thought, and self-reflection. It comprises incorporating philosophical concepts into one's everyday life, allowing them to guide one towards a fulfilling and moral existence. Acquiring information equips you to confidently and purposefully confront life's challenges, gain a deeper understanding of who you are and how the world works. Acknowledging the boundless scope of knowledge and the eternal need for personal growth, this journey fosters modesty. 8. Accept impermanence. The idea of impermanence, central to Stoicism, reflects the dynamic nature of the natural world. Realizing that everything emotion, possessions, relationships, and life itself is transitory is key to accepting impermanence. This understanding promotes living in the present moment and releasing all kinds of attachments, whether they be material or emotional. Realizing that everything is fleeting might help bring about a state of peace and tranquility. Learning to really enjoy the here and now is a key component to developing an attitude of gratitude. Embracing the fleeting aspect of life allows you to live more fully and authentically, not because you are pessimistic or give up, but because you are able to live with grace and resilience. 9. Impress your audience. Stoicism teaches that what troubles us are our assessments of circumstances, not the events themselves. Taking responsibility of your thoughts is owning up to your responses and how you see the world. Choosing your perspective on life on purpose might help you maintain emotional control and resiliency. By using these strategies, you may teach yourself to think more optimistically, shift your viewpoint to be more objective, and react constructively when confronted with challenging thoughts. Being able to calmly and clearly confront life's problems is a result of mastering your beliefs. It lessens the impact of external pressures on your emotional state, allowing you to keep your cool in the face of chaos and uncertainty. 10. Practice mindfulness every day. Mindfulness, an aspect of Stoic practice, involves paying attention to one's immediate environment without making value judgments about it. Mindfulness training may help you become emotionally and psychologically detached from your internal experiences. Your ability to react logically rather than emotionally will improve as a result of the enhanced self-awareness and emotional regulation that accompany this exercise. Meditation on the present moment, or mindfulness, may help you cope with anxious emotions and thoughts about the past or the future by bringing your focus back to the present now. Consequently, you will be more prepared to calmly and collectedly weather the inevitable storms of life. The Stoic aim of harmony with oneself and the natural environment is consistent with the benefits of mindfulness practice, which contribute to a full and fulfilling life. 11. Make gratitude a habit. A powerful Stoic discipline is practicing gratitude, which comprises listing all the positive things in one's life and offering thanks for each one. Focusing on what you have rather than what you lack might help you feel content, less jealous, and happier. A grateful heart, according to the Stoics, was the key to happiness and fulfillment. An effective strategy for dealing with negative emotions is to make it a habit to list your blessings every day. Formalizing this practice might be as simple as making it a daily habit to write down 3 things you are grateful for. Being grateful on a daily basis helps you stay calm when things go tough, which in turn increases your resilience. By focusing inside rather than outside, it promotes inner satisfaction and emotional health, in keeping with Stoic ideals. 12. Simplify things. The key to living a simpler life is eliminating superfluous things and focusing on what really matters. If you want to live a happier, healthier life and accomplish your goals, this Stoic philosophy says you should eliminate everything that is holding you back. Simplifying one's life could help in many ways, such reducing mental and physical clutter, learning to better manage one's time, and prioritizing important tasks over trivial ones. Lessening the number of things you have to worry about allows you to have more time for genuine connections, meaningful pursuits, and self-reflection. Emotional stability is easier to sustain when stress and overburden are reduced via this activity. Simplifying one's life and focusing on what's really important is at the heart of simplicity, which aligns with the Stoic values of moderation and self-control. Simplifying one's life ultimately leads to more clarity, purpose, and peace of mind. 13. Do not engage in debate. Stoicism teaches that whining is pointless and indicative of an unwillingness to deal with reality. Living a life devoid of complaints means not expressing dissatisfaction about matters over which you have no control. This method encourages you to take charge and discover answers rather than dwelling on problems. Complaining doesn't solve anything, and spreading negativity is worse. Deciding not to complain is a choice that may help you develop emotional and mental toughness. This doesn't mean you shouldn't be concerned about problems. It just means you should approach them constructively and accept the things you can't change. By avoiding negative self-talk, you may train your mind to be optimistic and your focus to be on doing. Being an encourager rather than a downer can help you in your relationships as well. This approach, which is consistent with the Stoic virtue of acceptance, may help one become more resilient and at peace with life. 14. Demonstrate empathy. The ability to empathize with another person requires one to try to understand and share their feelings. According to Stoicism, empathy is essential for a person to reach his or her full intellectual and social potential and for society to remain peaceful. When you have empathy, you can relate to others, put yourself in their shoes, and respond with compassion. The ability to listen attentively, have an open mind, and really care about the well-being of others are all prerequisites for this field. Developing a stronger capacity for empathy will have a positive impact on your relationships and the people in your community. To really empathize is to understand and share another person's thoughts and experiences without letting yourself be overtaken by them. You can help other people and keep your own emotional stability in check if you can find this balance. Empathy, which promotes a sense of belonging and reciprocal regard, is consistent with the Stoic ideals of fairness and charity. 15. Enhance decision-making. Building one's willpower is a fundamental aspect of Stoic self-control. In order to do this, it is essential to consistently establish personal objectives and challenge yourself to avoid giving in to temptation. Fasting, cold showers, or setting personal objectives may all help one stay committed. By practicing self-control, you may enhance your capacity for rational thought and emotional regulation. A strong will allows you to see things through when they become tough and to stay committed to what you believe in and what you want out of life. Having the ability to endure suffering and wait for a reward is crucial for long-term success and happiness. If you want to do that, this workout is for you. In keeping with the Stoic emphasis on mastering one's emotions and impulses, cultivating one's willpower aids in leading a more disciplined and purposeful life. 16. Honesty must prevail over simplicity. According to Stoicism, one's moral integrity takes precedence above worldly comforts. A person whose character is more important than their comfort would prioritize the cultivation of virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation above the acquisition of wealth or the escape from pain. Following this theory's reasoning, one should prioritize doing the right thing above considering how easy or enjoyable it is. When things go tough, it could benefit to have strong characteristics like honesty and endurance. If you do this, you will be better able to stand firm in your beliefs and be resilient when times are tough. When you put your principles ahead of your convenience, you may find a sense of fulfillment and self-respect by living in line with your core beliefs. This Stoic concept encourages long-term health and endurance by putting one's inner worth ahead of transitory extrinsic considerations. 17. Cooperate with Mother Nature. Living in accord with nature, a central tenet of Stoicism, refers to aligning one's actions with one's true nature and the reality of the world around them. Since you are a social being with a role to perform, this means that you should act sensibly and intelligently. Part of maintaining a balanced existence is learning to embrace the good times and the bad. When you live in tune with nature, you may find inner peace and acceptance. By highlighting your controllable and non-controllable factors, this approach encourages you to keep a level head. Living in balance with nature increases the likelihood that you will be authentic, truthful, and make a positive difference in the world. By increasing your sense of belonging and purpose in life, it has a positive effect on your physical and mental well-being. 18. appreciate forever. Realizing that one will die at some point is a key component of Stoicism, which means embracing one's own mortality. This realization has the potential to enrich your life by guiding you to appreciate the here and now and concentrate on what really matters. Taking stock of one's own mortality may help alleviate fears of death and the unknown, which in turn can make one more comfortable and tolerant of life's uncertainties. By using this method, you will find it easier to let go of little concerns and focus on what really matters. The Stoic emphasis on coexisting with nature includes an acknowledgement of one's own mortality and the natural progression of life and death. Gratitude and a sense of urgency are fostered, which inspire you to seize every moment and stay true to your values. 19. Limit desires. Achieving Stoic self-discipline and contentment involves cutting down on desires. The core principle of this approach is to minimize wants and maximize needs. The agony of having too many possessions may be avoided if one learns to rein in their desires. Reducing your desires could help you learn to be happy with what you have and resilience in the face of adversity. Gaining self-control and resilience is a natural byproduct of learning to depend less on other factors for your happiness. Living according to the Stoic ideals of moderation and simplicity, which include cutting down on unnecessary possessions, can help one have a long and healthy life. It enhances your ability to experience joy and satisfaction, even while engaged in mundane tasks, which in turn boost your general well-being. 20. Feeling uncertain. Stoicism teaches that the best way to build emotional resilience and courage is to confront problems directly. You should confront your fears directly rather than trying to run away from them. Facing your fears directly may help you gain confidence and make them less overwhelming. Examples of what this method comprises include forcing oneself into uncomfortable situations or taking on difficult jobs. Facing your fears head-on could help you develop resilience and strength. And further source of strength is the realization that one can depend on one's own resources to triumph over adversity. 21. Be still and reflect amidst the chaos. Being peaceful within oneself regardless of external circumstances is central to Stoicism. Being calm and collected within is the key to staying cool when things go rough. By engaging in this practice, one may develop the self-awareness and emotional control necessary to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Some people find that practicing mindfulness techniques like deep breathing, meditation, and focusing on the present moment helps them cope with anxious thoughts and sensations. By keeping your cool, you may inspire others around you to do the same, which boosts their confidence and resilience. The Stoic principle of recognizing that certain things are beyond your control and directing your energy on altering your own behavior is consistent with this approach. If you can retain your calm while everything around you is going wild, you will be better able to face challenges and control your emotions. 22. Get comfortable with challenging feelings. One of the most important aspects of emotional resilience is the capacity to quickly recover from setbacks and disappointments. If you identify as Stoic, you may strengthen your mind via practices like negative imagery, intentional suffering, and everyday contemplation. Having emotional resilience allows you to elegantly and calmly face challenges. It comprises accepting that life is full of obstacles and turning them into opportunities for growth and improvement. Improving your emotional resilience teaches your brain to embrace challenges rather than avoid them. Regular practice of this can help you become more adaptable and resilient, qualities that will serve you well when faced with adversity. Being able to bounce back from setbacks emotionally is central to Stoic philosophy and its promotion of long-term pleasure and fulfillment. 23. Find inner peace. Finding and keeping one's inner peace and contentment is central to Stoic philosophy, which aims to improve one's life. Introspection, the establishment and defense of fundamental concepts, and the upkeep of a regular pattern of conduct grounded in those principles are necessary for this goal's attainment. One possible way to achieve inner peace is to practice mindfulness, meditation, and introspection. These practices may assist you in staying present and rooted. Focus more on what you can change about yourself and less on what other people or circumstances may do to make you happy. When you learn to control your emotions and bounce back from setbacks, you become more resilient and less affected by the world around you. A Stoic aim is to live in harmony with one's surroundings and oneself. This includes the pursuit of inner tranquility. Happiness and health are promoted. 24. Experience joy with minimal effort. Being happy with less is a Stoic concept that encourages frugality and gratitude. This may be accomplished by coming to terms with the fact that money can't purchase happiness. Reducing desires and focusing on needs might help you find happiness and fulfillment. Doing so teaches your mind to appreciate the here and now and to not worry about the future. Constantly desiring more may be a source of stress, but practicing contentment with what you have can assist in cultivating self-control. Consistent with the Stoic ideals of moderation and restraint, it promotes a balanced and consistent lifestyle. Health and happiness are enhanced by learning to be satisfied with what you have instead of always wanting more. 25. Exercise moderation. Central to Stoicism is discipline, which is defined as the capacity to control one's own conduct in reaction to outside influences. By consistently engaging in this practice, you may stay focused on your values and goals, making it simpler to make conscious choices that promote your long-term health. Good methods to cultivate self-discipline include creating routines, establishing goals, and limiting one's spending, amount of exercise, and diet. And further benefit of self-discipline is that it enhances your ability to fight off temptation and triumph over adversity. By consistently pushing oneself to reach your full potential, this practice promotes growth and progress on a personal level. Being strong and satisfied is the result of adhering to the Stoic concept of self-mastery via self-discipline. 26. Do not consider independent verification. Avoiding external validation is basing one's self-worth and pleasure on internal factors rather than on what other people think. Stoicism cautions against letting one's sense of self-worth be dependent on the opinions and assessments of others, since this might lead to emotional instability. Staying true to one's principles is the surest way to build self-respect and self-assurance. This method makes it easier to do the correct thing rather than the popular thing. Giving up on trying to impress other people is the first step toward being authentic and living your life in accordance with your principles. It lessens the anxiety and tension associated with trying to please other people, while also encouraging emotional independence and resilience. 27. Maintain an honorable persona. The significance of cultivating one's moral character via the practice of virtue cultivation is a fundamental principle of Stoic philosophy. Intelligence, courage, justice, and moderation were the four cardinal virtues that the Stoics believed were necessary for a good life. If you want to live a life of integrity and moral excellence, you need to focus on these traits. Living virtuously demands ongoing self-reflection, the incorporation of wisdom gained from experiences, and the deliberate pursuit of conduct that aligns with one's values. By fully committing to this practice, you will strengthen your moral convictions and be better equipped to confront challenges head-on. A sense of purpose and fulfillment may be enhanced by making a positive impact on the world around you. Living in harmony with oneself and environment is the Stoic goal, and cultivating virtues improves long-term well-being and personal advancement. 28. Use your brain power to reason. Making rational judgments is central to Stoicism, which emphasizes the application of reason and logic. To achieve this goal, it is necessary to develop the ability to think critically, identify cognitive mistakes, and act rationally instead of emotionally. Applying rational thought helps you understand the world and yourself better. Improve your decision-making and impulse control skills by teaching yourself to pause and consider all of your options before taking any kind of action. You may strengthen your emotional resilience by training yourself to keep your cool and reason through tough times. Consistent with a Stoic emphasis on wisdom and restraint, the application of logic and reason promotes a balanced and introspective way of living. 29. Conquer your pride. A humble lifestyle includes being modest, taking responsibility of one's actions, and knowing one's own inadequacies. Developing and progressing as Stoics depend on being open to new ideas and criticism, both of which are more readily accepted by humble individuals. When you keep your pride and ego in check, you're better able to view things for what they actually are, modest. Acknowledging and valuing the contributions and achievements of others fosters a mindset of gratitude and admiration. Your relationships will also benefit from your being friendlier and more courteous in your dealings with others. Living humbly is in line with the Stoic ideals of justice and wisdom, which promote a balanced and tranquil view of life. 30. Discover contentment. In Stoicism, seeking solitude means getting away from it all to reflect, relax, and have a spiritual conversation with one's spirit. Participating in this practice may help you gain insight into your emotions, ideas, and values, while also shedding light on your goals, dreams, and sense of identity. Consistently carving out time for solitude opens up additional possibilities for introspection and growth. Through this practice, which leads to personal fulfillment, you may fortify your emotional stability and resilience. Aside from helping with creativity and problem solving, obtaining some alone time enables for deep and independent thinking. It promotes inner peace and satisfaction by heightened self-awareness, in keeping with Stoic practice.